Good morning. How are we all doing today? It's a beautiful day here in Wales. You can see the sun blasting through the windscreen on me there. Don't worry, I am not touching my phone. I have to say that every time or I get a row off certain people. Just done the school run, so just dropped my beautiful kids off at school. Feeling okay, feeling pretty fresh to be fair, considering I did probably a 600 round trip yesterday in my car, 600 miles. I'm feeling good, feeling very good. Some great coaching sessions yesterday, some great coaching sessions coming up today. Really getting into the groove now of coaching clients, which is really good. I want to talk to you a little bit today about how we use negativity. So I had a session yesterday, great session yesterday with a client, and we talked about how I asked them to describe themselves in a couple of words, and the first reaction was to describe themselves in a negative way. So, and then I asked them what other people would say about them, and again their first reaction was to describe themselves in a negative way. And I said, okay, so give me some positive things about yourself. And they really struggled. And then it got me thinking about the rest of us. Do we always think of the negative things? Apart from in a job interview, because we always go look for the positive things, do we always look for the negative things when we think about ourselves? Or do we spend a lot of time on being negative about a situation? So, and I was a massive culprit of this. And do you know what? Sometimes still am. A situation will come up and my first response was, that'll never work, or I don't like that idea. So it's about being able to control that. You're never going to stop having negative thoughts, right? You'll never get to a point, I don't care how positive you are, where you'll stop being a little bit negative, okay? And there's negativity everywhere. So that's one thing. So what we need to do is, how do we control that negative energy? So I do it through breathing techniques. I do it through taking myself out of a situation. I always look for the solution in the problem. So whenever there's a problem presented to me, I lay out the solution and try and find the solution. The other thing is, a lot of negativity comes with anger. And there's something I say to my kids all the time, and I've started saying to my clients now, and that is getting angry going to change the outcome of the situation? Is getting annoyed and so head up and negative, is that going to change the outcome of the situation? You sitting there for 25 minutes and just absolutely hating the situation, is it going to change the outcome? Or do you still have to do that outcome? So let me give you an example. You're in work, you get a really not so good email from somebody, or you've already sent something 5 times and you get an email saying you haven't sent it. Our first reaction, mine included, is, oh, for crying out loud, I've sent it. Oh, why do they need it again? And we rant for about 5-10 minutes, and we get head up, and we get that darkness come across us. But ultimately, at the end of the 10-15 minutes of us really just being negative and really smashing every negative phrase out there, really not being happy, at the end of it, we still have to send what they've asked us again because they're saying they haven't got it. We still have to deal with that client because they're saying they haven't got it. We still have to do all that stuff because ultimately they still need it. They still need it. We still have to send it. So we've spent 15 minutes being really annoyed, really negative on an outcome that's ultimately the same. So what do we do about it? We need to take ourselves out of the situation. We need to stop, because do you know what? It's not that person's fault that I've just got annoyed and angry and negative about something. It's not that person's fault that I've just kicked off. It's not that person's fault that I am so het up and now my day's ruined because I'm so angry. because it's my fault, because I've allowed that person to make me feel like that. What we need to do, we need to control it. So I do it with breathing techniques. I'll do 3 or 4 in, out, in, out. I'll stand up and I'll take myself out of the situation, go for a walk. I like to walk and talk a lot. I like to do a lot of my meetings and stuff when I'm walking and talking. Some of you will know that I have sessions with me when I'll say to you, right, stand up. We're going to do this session stood up. Let's do a little bit stood up. And we'll stand up and do it. We'll do different techniques and different things like that. So you need to control it, and you need to come out of it quicker. The way you come out of it quicker is the way it's completely up to you, the way you want to do it. So do some breathing techniques. Write down how you feel. So I have a journal book. Write down in the journal book how you feel. So sick and tired of that person asked me that thing again. Because then shut the book, it's done, and then crack on. Okay? The only thing that negativity, it'll annoy you internally, and it'll get you externally. Internally, it'll eat you away, and you'll feel dark and tired, and you'll feel rubbish. Externally, what that does to you externally is that gets everybody around you to associate you with being a negative person. Everybody around you then wants to spend less time with you because they go, can't have a conversation with them because they're too negative about the situation. So really think, when a situation comes in, is the outcome going to be any different if you spend so much time being negative about it? That's it for today. Have a great day. You know where I am. My diary is still open for October, so if you want more sessions, I'm so really busy in October. So, and obviously November's going to be just as busy, baby on the way. So if you need anything at all, you want to book in for a free consultation, hit the button, hit the link for my diary, see when I'm free, book in. Have a great day, and be positive. Don't be negative all the time. Have a good day.